steal on a smart pass. Wall throws it up, and Smith gets it to go.
Under a minute to go now in the first. 10-point lead for the Wizards. Wall splits defenders and flips it in. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Wall gives it up. Smith fires and connects. Thomas drops it up. John Wall sprinting to the hoop for the left-handed jam.
3 left in the corner. Wall, you bet.
Jason Smith on a rocket.
Five on the clock. Rising up for three.
Oh, he got a piece of it.
Blocked.
Yep.
It's in the Wall. Clock moves. 6 seconds. Wall well beyond the arc for three. It's there! Oh, it's there! Oh, it's there! The Wizards are going to Boston for a Game 7 on Monday after a 92-91 win over the Celtics. John Wall, the game-winning three.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Jason Smith here. I just wanted to catch up with some old familiar faces of mine. Coach Brooks, John Wall here with me today. We are going to talk about the shot. But to begin, let's start out with how did the season start out? We came out, we had a great roster. Coach Brooks, you came into a perfect situation with Brad and John, full squad ready to make a long playoff run. What were your expectations going into the season?
Exactly what you said. I knew we had a lot of talent. We got a lot of depth. We had two of the best guards in the league. We had everything. But the crazy thing is we had a bad start. I thought we had a great training camp. I actually thought we had really energized, very physical, aggressive training camp. I did not anticipate that we were going to start off like, I don't know what, 2, 3, and 9.
2 and 10. 2 and 10. I remember that vividly.
2 and 10. Yeah, our point guard didn't want to play any defense to start the season, right?
Oh, whoa. It wasn't all on our point guard. It was a team collective effort. We were all trying to learn. There were 7 new guys on the team. I just remember I was scared because I was like, I don't know what to expect from Coach because he could either yell at us to try and motivate us, but I remember you came into practice and we were watching a film session. We were 2 and 10. You wrote down the records of all the Eastern Conference teams, and you wrote down the playoff spot of the 8th spot, and we were only like 2 games behind. And we were 2 and 10.
Yeah.
So I was just like, you know what? I feel a lot better. Like, Coach just made me feel good. I'm ready to go for this practice. We may start off bad, but after that, we were clicking. We finally got our chemistry.
Yeah, I knew with our talent base, our work habits, and we were going to turn it around. And crazy thing is, after that bad start, and then about the next 10 or 15 games, we were playing 500, and then it clicked. And then that's when we went on like a 21-5 run. And just beating everybody and back-to-back overtime wins, just playing extremely well. Everybody was unselfish. The ball was just flying all over the court. You had a great role. You came in and gave us great minutes. You're physical. You blocked shots, ran the floor, great shots. You were making threes. I mean, you started out, I think that was your first year. You started making threes at a high level.
And you know what? I was going into that year. I was like, man, they got March. They got Jan. They signed Andrew Nicholson over me. Like, I'm not going to get hardly any minutes. So I was like, all right, this is motivation right here, right now. I need to go out there and work my tail off to earn Coach's trust to try and get some minutes on the floor. And I tried to do that best I could. I had a couple of situations with Jan getting hurt. Never want a player on your own team to get hurt, but he got hurt. Andrew Nicholson wasn't playing up to par. So I actually got a couple minutes, and then little 5 minutes here and 6, 7 minutes there. I was like, you know what? I can do this. And Coach, you were like, he's actually going out there playing pretty well. So I was getting a solid rotation. And I think moving through the season, like you said, we just clicked. We had that motivation, that chemistry was starting to build. John was playing out of his mind. Brad was playing great. March was playing great. Keith, Otto. I mean, we just had that stellar performance all year long. I think we went on a 17-game home winning streak. We got best team in the Eastern Conference, Southeast Division. And that was the best team in what? since
Since they won a
1979.
championship, since they won a championship, we won 49 games. We was one game away from 50. But
Yeah,
yeah, I think
John was all NBA.
Yep.
And then, then we get to the playoffs. That closeout game, Game 6, is just that was a special moment, special game.
Yep.
And then they play the Celtics. We had our chances Game 1 and 2, and we just a couple of plays didn't go our way. And then Game 3 and 4, we kind of took it to them. And then Game 5, and then Game 6, there's obviously the shot. And Game 7 could have gone either way. We just didn't play. We had a couple of bad minutes, and then they went on a little run, but it was a good year. It's like I said, John and Brad were at the high level. That was probably John's last year that he was really healthy, and give him a lot of credit. He fought through all of his injuries the next 2 years, and but now he's going to come back and better than ever.
And you know what, John, take us through this playoff run. Granted, I was the first year on Wizards, and I was coming out like, okay, we're playing the Atlanta Hawks. No big deal. It's the first team that we're going to match up against. We have a great team. I'm not really too afraid of them, but there was this hype or this aura around the team, like, oh, we owe these boys. We owe these guys. And I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Talk us through that.
Well, it was 2015. We had Paul Pierce there, and just that whole series, we go there Game 1, we win the game on the road, and I break my hand. I don't know I have a broken hand. I play that whole game through, and then I go to take a shower, and I lift my hand up, it won't lift. I can't shower. So, I don't know, the little muffin hand you blow up, little white hand. That's how my hand looked. I can't shower. So, we had 2 or 3 days in between the play. We lose Game 2 at their place. We go back home. Paul Pierce, the game winner, we call it game in Game 3. In Game 4, he had the chance to hit another game winner to put us up 3-1. And mindful, I'm not playing Game 2, 3, or 4. And I was a little frustrated because Game 4 I could have played if I would have got my little numbness ejection before, but I got it late. So we lose Game 4. We go to Atlanta Game 5. Come back. I got 2 arm sleeves on my arm because I'm I got to brace my falls. And then the whole game, before, everybody kept saying, we just going to smack his hand. We're going to smack his hand the whole time. So I'm like, damn, y'all, I'm getting the old school mindset. I'm like, this is the 80s, the 90s.
Yep.
And Dennis Schroeder draws past me. I block his shot, and we get a chance to get the rebound with 2 seconds on the clock. We missed the rebound. I remember Al Horford picks it up and scores a layup. They win by 1 because Paul Pierce had just hit a 3 to put us up 1. I never forget after Game 5, Dennis Schroeder and Bazemore just in my face, jumping up and down. I'm just mad. I'm like, we should have won this, going home for Game 6. We go home for Game 6, they up 3-2, and we just kind of just the energy was just gone. After all that hard fought to win Game 5. And for me and Brad and Gortai was for us, we was out of, we was yo, this is redemption for us. We have to get them back. So going into it and having the Hawks first round, we was we got to leave a statement because we understand we should have beat them in 15, but they got a chance when I got hurt. So that whole series, we was we got to go. Game 1 and 2, we came out, played great. That was my first time having an opening round at home. Ever since I've been in the playoffs, we've always been the 5th seed or 6th seed to play on the road. And I remember going into Game 3, we're going to Atlanta. I'm like, yo, listen, guys, we have to withstand their first 5 minutes because a road players are going to play better on the road. I don't think we did it. I remember it's crazy because they just showed the series the other day, Coach, here on NBC Sports Watching. They showed the whole series of the Hawks. Yep. So I'm watching Game 3, and it's the first – we didn't even get to the 4-minute mark. It's the first 3 minutes. We're down 17-2.
Yep. It's 38-20 at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, so I'm just and it's every time they got every loose ball, everybody Torian Prince came out more aggressive. Whoever touched the ball a 3, every 3 was going in a shot. And I was like, all right, guys, come on, we got Game 4. We lost Game 3, it's over with, but we fought back and still had a chance. Game 4, I remember we was up 12 or 13 with 3 minutes to go in the third. We let them cut the lead to 2, and they had all the momentum. We lost a close one in Game 4. Come back Game 5, a great game at home. Guys made big plays. And then Game 6, we started off hot, got off to a big lead, and we let them come back again. And that's something that I said that whole playoff series, I think that's what hurt us in that Celtics series is we didn't understand how to close out quarters. We didn't close our quarters well against the Hawks, and we kept giving them life every game. And Game 6 is just me and Brad got going in the fourth quarter and made some big plays and big shots and got us over that hump and then kind of going to the Celtics series.
And you know what? Going into that Hawks series, I think the biggest thing that was kind of a scary factor for me was that Marchand was Dwight Howard's rookie.
Yes,
so that mental aspect, we were all worried, all right, is March going to show up and try and pulverize this guy, or is he going to be buddy?
Well, I think I think what helped us was that we lost to Atlanta in 2015. That he
Yeah.
didn't want to be buddy. Because we
Yeah.
used to say all the time, like, March, we know, because I played in my first game of my NBA career was Gortat was the backup to Dwight in Orlando.
Yep.
My first game was there.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, man, I got these two guys to deal with.
Yeah.
So when we played in the regular season, I'm like, yo, you got to stop being scared of him. Like, you got to show him what you learned. You can do the same thing or be better than him at this time. And I think with us losing in 15 kind of gave March that extra boost. Like, you know what? I'm going to show Dwight what I'm about now.
Yeah.
Because if he don't give us that type of March and Gortat that we needed, Dwight dominates, and he out-dominated him that whole series.
Exactly, and we were going to struggle if he didn't show up. So that was a big key factor. As soon as we got Game 6, though, we knew that we were going to match up with Boston. Boston was something that kind of gave us fits the entire season. And you know what the funny thing was is that Cleveland was the top dog, LeBron James, whatever. He did that full court. Kevin Love did that full court pass to him, shot a bank three in our face, fell into our owner. Yeah, he was the top dog, but you know what? Yes, you watch the replay. His feet are moving all over the place. I cannot.
He traveled bad. I'm surprised he missed it.
Well, I got to get going. I got another Zoom call.
All right.
I'm sorry, Coach. Well, I appreciate you having your little bit of time. Thank you. Hey,
I'm shaving it off.
All right, Coach.
Mohawk?
A couple of days.
Mohawk?
No, my son
Come
said
on, Coach.
my son said the cul-de-sac look.
Oh, come on, man.
my God.
Don't go for the J
I
Smooth
hope
look.
it
No,
clown.
don't do that.
All right,
All right,
Coach.
Coach. I appreciate it. Thank you.
But
So
yeah, man.
the history of us going into that series, we were always kind of like that rivalry was there. We had that energy. We had that determination. Let's see. You and Marcus Smart in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
We
No,
had just
Jay
come
Crowder.
into Boston. Oh, Jay Crowder.
Jay Crowder.
Yes, Jay Crowder. I'm sorry. Jay Crowder. You guys got into a little bit of a spat on the floor, and then it trickulated back to the locker room. That few. Talk us through a little bit of the rivalry that went on with that.
It just started. You know what I mean, just being in the summer doing stuff, working out, and I was like that, and got to the game where it was just back and forth. You know, I go back and forth, trash talking the whole game. So we shaking hands after the game, and I'm standing there. He walks up to me and started talking. So I stops and talk to him. Then he touches my nose. I'm like, no, nobody's about to touch my nose. So I gave him a little smack, and he was like, we can meet in the back. So I went to the back, like, okay, it's nothing but curtains stopping us back here.
Yep.
And I'm like, nobody does nothing till the cops come. I'm like, well, the whole team come out of our locker room by then.
So you came back and yelling and screaming. I was already back in the locker room.
Yeah,
I had
I
no
remember
idea what was going on.
You and like maybe 5 other guys and Coach Tone was there. And then Tone just hear me yelling, y'all hear me yelling, and I see you and Tone come out of the locker room, and Tone like, man, go back down there. Y'all don't want to do nothing. Go back down there.
Yeah.
So then from that point forward, I was like, you know what? This is a rivalry.
Yes,
absolutely.
absolutely.
And
And
so,
then when we went, what was the moment where who decided that we wore all black to like the next game or something? What was the all black game all about? You remember that?
Yeah, we were all black. Oh, you remember? Because I think our last regular season game at home against them.
Yes.
And I was like, this is like a funeral. That's what we did. We said, we're all black. We're going to treat it like a funeral. So we went there. We won. Luckily, we won. You know what I mean? We won that game. And I think, like, every team won every home game that whole year. Like, no road team won.
Yep.
So
we had a chance, though.
No, we had – no.
Absolutely
We're going to break down everything. So we had a great chance because, that was my first time ever losing a game 1 in any series I ever played in since I've been in the playoffs. And I remember we started the game off 16-0. We came out smoking, like
we were hot.
And I think what it was, we just didn't finish quarters good. You know what I mean? We was up 16-0. We didn't finish quarter good, but that hurt us, and we still had a chance to win game 1.
Yeah. And you know what the crazy part about game 1 was that we had that lead, and as soon as they hit, I remember they hit 1-3.
Isaiah Thomas got a loose ball 3 in transition, hit it, and it changed everything.
The crowd just went nuts.
Yeah, that's all they wanted.
Just fed off of it.
And that's one thing I said about the Boston Garden. They fed off their crowd crazy. And then going into game 2, we had that game 1 also. I blocked the shot with like 30 seconds left, and they got a chance to get it back. And that was a big game for Isaiah Thomas because his sister had just passed a day or 2 before. So, that emotion and that adrenaline was going off of all that. And they won that one. And then I knew what it was for us going home. I mean, we got game 3 and 4 home. I'm like, you know what? We should be up 2-0 or really be tied 1-1 right now. So we know how they feed off their crowd. Let's feed off our crowd. And I just thought throughout that whole year when we went on that 17-game winning streak at home, that when we got in front of our crowd, we just was totally different.
Absolutely.
Like we played with more energy and all that. And we won 3 and 4. We basically, I think, maybe game 4, if I'm not mistaken, we went on like a 21 or
Yeah.
22-0 run, like one of
Yeah.
the craziest runs in playoff history. It's
Yeah.
like everything was clicking. We were just there for each other. I feel like only one game was bad that series. That was Game 5. We never had a chance in that game.
Nope. No, we did not. And it's crazy that you say that because when we went through game 1 and game 2, yeah, we lost them, but we had that confidence like, man, we had them on the ropes in a playoff atmosphere in Boston, and we
Yes.
know we could have beat them. So we came back home, knowing that we had that 17-game winning streak, we had our home crowd. We were like, okay, let's take care of business at home. Let's get back. Game 5, their place, it just did not go well. We came back game 6.
Yes.
This is the game. This was a do or die game for us. We were down 3-2. They decided to have the bright idea of wearing all black to the game. I remember that strictly because I remember walking into the arena. They walked past our locker room, and every single one of them had black on. And I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. So it's like that. Huh?
And
Okay.
I forgot. I don't remember who walked into the locker room and was like, yo, they wearing all black tonight. Somebody came in the locker room before the game and said, I can't remember who. And I remember I said, listen here, we're not letting nobody come in, we're all black
Yeah.
and say it's a funeral and we're going to lose at home.
Yep.
I had that feeling, and the reason why I had that mindset was because I had in 2015 and I think 14. Yeah, I played the Pacers in 14. They beat us game 6 at home. So it's not fun to lose a game at home when you can force a game 7. So I lost that one, and then I lost 15 against the Hawks. So I was very upset about that. Then the next year, so I'm like, okay, going to this, we got to win. Like we have to have a mindset. And for me, I started off like 0 for 9. I think like I started off bad, not making no shots. I'm like, I'm going out swinging, but I was like, one thing about me is like, I don't let scoring impact my whole game. There's other things that you could do to win. And everybody played big. We had big moments. And I remember just getting to the fourth quarter. I'm like, man, it's like toe-to-toe, play for pay, back-to-back scoring left and right. And I remember Isaiah hit a tough step back in the corner over Keith. Then the next play, I fight through a screen. I'm damn near locked almost with him when he shoots a 3. Draws right in my face. I think a minute left. They go up 5.
5 points.
I'm like, man, come on. Like, it's 5 with a minute left. But we got a lot of time. So then a couple plays later, we get a big steal. Brad hits a 3. Like we finally trapped the ball. We've been trying to trap the whole game. Finally get a good trap. Brad was like 0 for 8 from 3. Takes a tough 3, makes it. We down 2 now. And Isaiah Thomas ISO's at it, like kind of like the slot top of the key. I block it. We get the ball. I make 2 free throws. Remember, they run the side of bounds. Isaiah sets a back screen for somebody. I fight over the screen. Marches takes Isaiah. I veer back to Al Horford. Damn near blocked the shot. I don't know how he banked it off the glass.
Banks it off the worst angle possible.
I don't know how he banked it off the glass. I'm like, no. So we go to timeout. And, we already know what play we're going. Like, Coach Brooks had one play drew at the end of the game for a 3. And that's like, I go to the corner, Gortat pin down for Brad to come up for a 3. I'm in the corner waiting, and I just see that he's not getting open. It's like 3.54 seconds. I just run and get the ball from Otto, tiptoeing basically on the sideline. And I'm just looking like it's either win or go home. Like I see Avery Bradley's backing up, and I know like he's a great defender. Like, he's a great on-ball defender. He's been tough the whole series. And it's a shot I work on every day, and I just took a hesitation 3. And in my mind, right before when I'm hesitating at the same time, like, yo, Brad's getting open on the flare. But I'm like, I don't know if I have enough time for that pass or is Al Horford going to block it. So I take a shot, and it goes in.
That is history in the making right there. You heard it first from John Wall right there. What was going through his mind? Because I'll give you another perspective. I was sitting on the bench. I knew exactly what the play was. You see Otto on the sideline kind of get nervous and frantic, that 3.5, 4 seconds. Brad doesn't get open quick enough. So you took the initiative. You go get the ball. You've got about 3-4 seconds. You come off. You see Bradley, one of the best defenders, arm ball defenders in the league in a playoff-style atmosphere. You see him backing up. He's on his heels. You rise up. It's in the air. I swear to God, the whole crowd.
No, the picture, the video of that is like, it's pure silence. It's pure silence. It's pure silence. And then I make it. And after you make a shot like that, you always look back. Like, I look back and see if they're going to call a timeout or they're just going to push it. Because I remember in college, I hit a shot like that, and I just ran back. Like, didn't know what was going on, running around like the game was over. And they could have threw the ball in and scored. So I look back and they called timeout, and I just got a serious look on my face like, I'm not going home. I'm not going home. But I knew we still had like 2.3 seconds left. And you never know what happens in these miraculous games. So, and even the shot Isaiah took me, I was like, man, please don't go in. Like, it hit the rim. I'm like, I just wanted it to be an air ball.
Oh, it was such a good series, such a good game. I will never forget the 7th game in Boston. It didn't go our way, but you know what? Forever, and I mean forever, John, this will be etched in Wizards history as the best season I had.
That's the best. Like, come on, I've been here 10 years, going on 11. Like I told y'all before, like, just of all the stuff I've been through for my first couple years being there, and then having great veterans come around and people understanding what their role was and accepting it, and us just playing it. That's the most fun I've had playing basketball since I was in college with those guys.
Absolutely. That was one of the best teams I've ever been a part of, from top to bottom, 1 through 15.
That team
we
was
had
fun, man. That team
we had
was
a
fun.
lot of potential,
Great camaraderie
lot of
audit.
weapons.
Yeah, we had. I wish, and that's one thing I say. Like, you know, what I mean, you look at a certain thing, I'll be like, man, you wish you could keep that team together for another year or two. And
Yeah.
it's just so crazy how the league has changed. Because during that year,
Yep.
was the year the league was starting to change a little bit. Like, imagine you, a great pick and pop guy, block shots, run the floor. You're shooting threes now.
Yep. That
You
was the
probably would have
adapt or
never
die,
imagined
man.
that. You probably would never imagine. It was like, well, if I want to stay a couple more years, I have to expand my game.
Yep.
And that's
Yep.
what you
No, that's
did.
one of
And
those things. It's
that was a
crazy
dope
to
season.
think that.
Yeah, it was a dope season, man. I love that season.
So now, with all this free time, how are you doing in quarantine? That's what I think what everybody wants to know. What are you doing? What's keeping you busy these days?
Well, I'm doing all right. I have a 1-year-old son that's running me wild, that gets up every morning. So that's dope. Luckily, me, I have a weight room and a half-court basketball court, so I get to work out and get shots up at home. I have my dogs outside I get to run around and play with. And I have this book that I just started I just started back school today. So that's something else that's going to keep me busy during quarantine, is making sure I go back and get my education. I took a little time off after my mom had passed, but now I'm back into it. So that's what I've been doing. Ain't too much to really do.
Yeah, you really got to be motivated to keep yourself busy and not go insane. I think a lot of people are losing a little bit. Hey, that's another question. How is the body feeling?
My body's great, man. I feel 110%. Like I said, you know, you've been around me. You used to wrote me a dope message when you got traded, talking about like the sacrifice I made of playing through injuries and things like that. And like I'm gonna write a book or have like a documentary about it. I don't think people understand like this I had to go through to get through games and stuff. And like when people say I don't love the game, I don't really pay no mind, because I know guys that play with me respects me and understand that. And so my body's great, man. Like I did everything I was supposed to, of making sure I'm right, and I can't wait to get back to play. I hear all these comments about I'm done, and you know that does nothing but make me
fuel the fire, baby.
Fuel that
fire,
and
baby.
make me put notes in my phone that I read before every game. So I can't wait. But I feel great though, bro.
That's good. You know what? And I think this is the best thing for you. It's a blessing in disguise. All this time to let your body heal up and heal up correctly. There's no pressure on you trying to come back too soon. The season is done. We just have to worry about what is next for John Wall.
Yes.
And you know what? I feel like it is going to be nothing but upside for you coming back. You being healthy, the team the way it is, Bradley Beal having a monster year this year.
I watched his highlights last night, man. I'm like, yo, because like
insane.
Like I was there for the games. You know, you'd be there and you sitting. But when I look back, I was like,
Yes.
It's totally different.
To come back and have him take that next step, it's going to be a lot of fun to see.
It's going to be very interesting.
I appreciate you joining on this call, hopping on with me.
Yes, sir.
That was awesome recap of the
16-17 season.
It was amazing. I wish we could go back to that time, but you know what? Good luck to you in the future. I appreciate it, my man.
All right, thanks, bro. See you later.